think one major standout experience was there was one day which was particularly hard, where we were ascending the mountain, and as we were going up, it was getting rainier and rainier, and it was really cold, and the visibility was dropping, so it was very misty and foggy. And by the time we got to the top, we were freezing, and we were camping really near the top of the mountain. So I think it suddenly dawned on us that, okay, this is serious. We need to get these tents up. Thankfully, the people leading the expedition, Hannah, Jen and Ruth, they were amazing, and they got our tents up for us while we were huddled under a storm shelter, just because it got so cold. By that point, that I couldn't feel my fingers. And we got into our tents. Some of us had the sleeping bags had gotten wet from the rain. It was verging on dangerous. And I think a lot of us were ready to give up the next day and just hope we would get through the night okay and no one's tents would blow in or anything. So I think a lot of us were like, okay, next day we're going to a hostel, we're not camping anymore. But we woke up and the sun started to peep through the clouds, and before we knew it, all the clouds had disappeared and we were suddenly greeted by this really warm sun. And we lay out our tents and our wet clothes on the heather, and it all dried really quickly. And we were so optimistic and hopeful. We'd gone from feeling horrible and so ready to give up, and then suddenly there was this sun. And that inspired my song, Oh the Sun, which was about as we were walking down the mountain, just that joyous feeling. And I think that feeling sort of went into the overall message of the EP, which comes out in my song Heart 2, which features Jacob Norris. And yeah, I think the message was, things can be bad, things can be hard, things can be painful, things can be uncomfortable. Sometimes life can be incredibly difficult, but there's also beauty in it. And my feeling of both the expedition and what I wanted to get across through the songs is this recognition of both the pain and the beauty of life, and how it's just worth keeping on living each day just to see what happens next. So yeah, I think that was a standout moment, and that was sort of the message that came out of it in the end.